world is, I'm not telling you that yet, but it's been about, what, 6 months now? What month are we? We're in April. It's been like 6 months or so since Christie Sides was fired by the Indiana Fever. And we have not heard a peep. Where in the world is Christie Sides? I have no idea. Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? Maybe God knows, because I don't know. For a league that fired half its coaches to be 2 days before the draft, 2 weeks before training camp starts, and a head coach in the league that got canned last year, 6 months ago, and we haven't heard a peep. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. We talk facts over feelings. Thank you all for subscribing to this channel. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe now and ring that bell. Leave a comment and like the video. We have cracked 8,200 subs, and I am so greatly appreciative of that for you. Let's get to 8,300 before April 15th on tax day. By the way, if you have not been to the merch shop yet, I'm rocking one right here. She is her. I designed another one. Scheduling conflict. I made this one as well. There's other stuff, over there. But go to the merch shop. Go check it out. It's in the video. You can see it on below the video or on the video if you're on your phone. But go check it out and go get yourself some She Is Her and box office and all that good stuff. Appreciate y'all. Well, what in the world? Christie Sides was coaching the most box office player on the planet, not in the WNBA, but on the planet. And she did everything humanly possible to prevent that player, Caitlin Clark, from blowing up. She held her back. She had an offensive game plan that made no sense. She had defensive, they never switched defenses. And while the Indiana Fever did make the playoffs, and Caitlin Clark did win Rookie of the Year, anyone that was watching knew that there were issues in that locker room with Christie Sides. Her sub patterns were odd. Her changes in game plan offensively were odd. They'd be blowing someone out, and next thing you know, other team goes into a zone and they slow the ball down and they can't figure out how to get through a zone. And at the end of the year, they go 20-20. Probably could have been better. And you got the most dynamic backcourt in basketball in Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. Caitlin Clark breaking all kinds of records, setting all kinds of records, doing all kinds of firsts, and Kelsey Mitchell having her most efficient season of her career. You lose in the first round. Stephanie White becomes available, and the Indiana Fever say, "Don't let the door hit you on your butt on the way out, Christie Sides." And they hire Stephanie White. And they bring in a whole bunch of other players to put around Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell to make this a championship level team, which it absolutely is. And now we are April 12th, and Christie Sides still does not have a job. She doesn't have a job in the WNBA. She doesn't have a job in college. Heck, I don't know if she has a job coaching high schools. That speaks volumes to what the league thinks of Christie Sides. People were saying that, we're too hard on her. We're too negative. We're too this. We are all of these things. No, what we were was realistic. We watched a head coach who looked like a deer in headlights. Anti-timeout, anti stop other team momentum, anti anything that it seemed like was possible to win. She would find a way to do the opposite. And now she's out of a job. And we still don't know where she's going to land. If she's going to land anywhere. Heck, have you even seen her on TV? She's not even regarded by ESPN or what, or hey, maybe the Ion Network will hire her. I don't know. Probably not because she's too white, honestly, because there's no white people on that network. I mean, I'm being blunt. I've watched all the games on Friday nights. There were no white folks on the Ion Network ever on the desk. It is what it is. I just speak the truth. If there was one, I must have missed that week. She wasn't on the arrival desk. They could have had her there. Not good enough. No one's interested. She's an assistant level coach. She was an assistant prior to coming to Indiana. She was an assistant on the Dream. She was an assistant with Chicago Sky. She was an assistant at LSU, assistant at Louisiana Tech, assistant with the Spartak Moscow. I don't know where the hell that is. It must be in Moscow. Assistant at Northwestern. She was also an assistant at Indiana and assistant at Louisiana Monroe. She's not a head coach, but yet a career assistant with 22 years of experience as an assistant, known for her defense, for which we never saw any of that with Indiana. She can't land a job. Why do you think that is? Why do you think she cannot land a job somewhere? With all the new head coaches you had in the WNBA, starting with obviously Indiana, they were not going to hire her as an assistant. But you also look at the Chicago Sky, they didn't hire her. The Atlanta Dream, they did not hire her. The Connecticut Sun, they did not hire her. The Dallas Wings, they did not hire her. The Golden State Valkyries, they did not hire her. The Los Angeles Sparks, they did not hire her. The Washington Mystics, they did not hire. Nobody even, did she even get an interview? I do not know. But she is not an assistant, not a director of player personnel, not a scout, not nothing. Not in someone's front office, nothing in the WNBA. How many assistant coaching positions are available in college? Nothing. Maybe she will land an assistant coaching job in at some university in the next few months, as coaches might be fired or what have you, or assistants move on. Who knows? But Christie Sides was sitting on a fucking gold mine, sitting with the greatest talent, most dynamic talent, the most box office talent, the needle mover, playing in front of 17,000 a game, going on the road and having games moved to other arenas. Why? Because she had that box office attraction in Caitlin Clark, and all she managed to do was screw it up. She could have saved her job. She had an opportunity to keep her job, and she failed to keep her job because she refused to adjust. She refused to adapt. She refused to accept that she's got the game changer in the building, in her backcourt. And all she could do was try to do it her way. It might be her game her way, but it ain't her game Christie Sides way. It is not Christie Sides way, and Christie Sides way has her unemployed. And it should tell you what the league thinks of Christie Sides. Anyone who talks trash about Caitlin Clark, who has something to say about Caitlin Clark, the fact that Christie Sides does not have a job anywhere, she could not land a college job after she got fired. Think about that. The college season had not even started yet when she was terminated by the Indiana Fever, or maybe had just started. But there's enough universities in this nation that would have looked at her, that might have looked at her. I don't say would have, but might have looked at her for a position on a staff. High school hasn't hired her. Obviously, she's not looking for a high school job. That would be utterly demeaning at this point in her career. But nobody wants Christie Sides because everyone knows that Christie Sides, for what we all said, just can't fucking coach. She's not a good coach. And although she's got 22 years of assistant experience, the last year of her WNBA coaching career has laid a massive stink on her entire career in coaching women's basketball. No one's hiring her. I'm sure at some point somebody will. I'm sure someone will. But as of right now, nobody wants Christie Sides. She has become a ghost. You have not even heard her name mentioned for jobs. Not even mentioned for jobs. And she had gold, diamonds, and platinum in her backcourt in the form of Caitlin Clark. She had it all. And because she was too stubborn to adjust, she is unemployed as of today. So you tell me, folks, what do you think? Why is it that Christie Sides does not have a job? Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I would love to know what you have to say because we are 2 days from draft day and a coach that was the head coach of, in my opinion, the best player in the WNBA. Yes, the best player in the WNBA. She had it all, but she was too fucking stubborn. She's trying to be the old guard of the WNBA. Sorry, it don't work that way. You adjust, you adapt or die. And right now, her career is dead. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. This is Rudy's Rant. Her game, her way, women's basketball. Come on now.